Hey, we're back.
Oh, thanks for anybody who found their way back to this. My gosh, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna blast YouTube for a minute. God, they're 2 for 3, right? So we had 2 out of 3 of these YouTube shows freeze up. So 2 of our live streams have frozen up out of 3.
And pretty much all at like the hour point, it seems like. It seems like it's all around the hour point of the video.
Yeah, so anyways, we'll try to wrap this up because this was going to be the big payoff to the video before. My gosh, we built up to crash. So I'll give everybody a minute or 2.
But it's not our fault.
Yeah, you want to bag on YouTube for a minute?
Yeah, this is like I don't know. People keep saying to go to Twitch and stuff, and that it's a good substitute for live streaming, but. Like, we built up here, we have all of you guys, like, it's a convenient place, but oh my gosh, man, since we've gotten monetized, we've actually had more technical issues than I think before.
You know what?
This wasn't happening before we got monetized.
Yeah, so now that we're monetized, and also, they start fights with us over, like, what seems like it's public domain. Like, why is Aquaman, why are these companies putting out these trailers if we can't do a reaction video to the trailer?
Yeah, and I see now why a lot of people don't do live reaction videos, because, like, I guess a lot of people do edited ones because you can fight them, and from what I've heard from people who do movie stuff, it's kind of par for the course that they have to fight YouTube every single time. But
they threatened us last time. They said, "Oh, you can go the next step, but if you lose,
you'll get a strike.
You'll get a strike against your channel." It's like, come on, man, really? You get to set the rules, and then you get you get to set the penalty as well.
So hopefully it doesn't freeze again, because we did our New Year's one. It looks like everything's working now.
Okay, so here's the ride queue for Rise of the Resistance.
And this is their dark ride, right?
Yeah, this is the dark ride. So there's Mr. Blue Shirt, who we've seen before.
We showed this trailer last time.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's the ride vehicle, and there's it looks like it's being like the driver is a R2 unit. Do the bad guys call them R2 units as well?
I think so, yeah.
It's just the name of the computer or whatever, right?
Can I say it this time?
Say it.
I think it's kind of funky. I know that it has to be Art shaking his head. I know it's a dark ride, and obviously you have to be inside something. But it's really weird to me that you're inside a ship, riding inside a small ship.
Well, you know what it is? Okay, I'm going to defend it this way. Okay, have you ever been at an airport, a bigger airport, an international airport?
Okay, go.
They have those little golf carts, right? And they drive people around in those golf carts inside of an airport. I know it's not inside of a plane, but
I was gonna say.
Yeah, but come on, man. This is like the Death Star or whatever, or one of those cruisers or whatever. This thing's massive. You don't think that they have some kind of transportation, Taylor, to get them from A to B in a massive ship?
Yeah, it's pretty big, but
unless they got Star Trek technology and they're like actually like beaming themselves across the ship.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay, so there.
I'll give it to you.
Are you happy now?
Elizabeth says, I think the flat top is an R3.
Ooh, good call. Thanks, Elizabeth. Man, Elizabeth's our go-to.
I know. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Yeah, she
Look at how excited that girl in the front is.
Hell yeah.
She's like, oh.
Okay, I have, okay, should I say this?
Do it.
I have a friend who is a crew leader, engineer at the Disney Anaheim Park.
Oh my gosh.
And right now he is the crew leader for the Disneyland Railroad. And because I'm so special, the 2 main guys that run the Disneyland Railroad came over to the T-Bear Christmas party on Christmas Day. And we celebrated Christmas with those guys. And those guys are 2 of the coolest. Well, Sam, if you're listening, Sam wants to do one of these YouTube shows. So we may have Sam talking about some of this Disney stuff. But those 2 guys, Taylor, they don't only maintain and repair the locomotives that are actually real working locomotives at the Disney park. Like the ones in Florida are reproductions, but the ones at the Disneyland park are the original ones from Walt's day, and
cool.
they are recommissioned real locomotives. These were the real thing that ran at one point, day to day, hauling, loads and people and things like that. So not only can these guys repair, but they can rebuild. And one of them said that he is actually building his own steam locomotive from scratch. These guys, they can tool their own parts. Taylor, they don't make these parts anymore. These are like ancient pieces of machinery. When these guys have to replace these parts and stuff, a lot of times either they're looking all over the world for them, or they are rebuilding these parts. Yeah, they're remachining these parts. So it's crazy. He was showing me stuff, you guys would flip the stuff I got to see, because they're not supposed to take pictures, but they're mostly not supposed to show anybody, like on shows like this and things like that.
Yeah, they can't show the public.
Yeah. So just if anybody's listening, it was very cool that they did this, and I assure you he was just showing me this stuff. It wasn't like he was even showing everybody in the room. And most of it wasn't spoiler alerts or anything. It was like them inside a boiler.
Behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, boiler, or like welding something, or whatever, stuff like that. But it was very, very cool.
That's really cool.
And I guess this is common knowledge, but he had a photo. This is common knowledge that people bring their ashes into the Disney park and they spread loved ones in places.
Oh no.
And so I heard they do this in the Haunted Mansion. I don't know why, but people feel like they...
What a terrible place to be trapped in for all eternity, by the way. If the theory that they're running on works.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird all the way around. But anyway, he had a photo. People do this on the railroad track too, Taylor.
No.
Yes. And in one of the tunnels, they dumped their loved ones' remains in these tunnels. And this is common knowledge. People know this stuff, so I'm not, spoiling, spoiler alert or anything. But I didn't know this, that in the dark, human remains, if a light source hits them, they will refract light.
Really?
Those ashes will refract light.
So you can see them. If you're going through that dark tunnel, you'll automatically know, because you'll see like this weird crystal. Ooh.
Yes.
Carbon,
yes.
I guess.
Yes. And he had a picture.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So if it's not in a dark place and it doesn't hit light, it'll just look like ash. But if there's a harsh light source hitting it, in the dark, it will bounce back light.
Interesting.
So it was a dark tunnel, and they had one light source. It was probably the flash of the camera, and it bounced the light back, and you could see the trail.
You guys, don't dump your loved ones at Disney.
Yeah, don't do this thing. I didn't.
By the way, the worst part is that's going to end up in the trash. Somebody clean, you know what I mean? Like, their remains aren't going to stay at the park. They get cleaned up and thrown in the trash.
Yeah, your loved one ends up in a vacuum cleaner and then eventually in a dump site.
You don't want that.
Don't do this, people. This is not cool. It's just not cool, period. And also, I didn't know this though. Since it is human remains, they have to file a report.
Oof.
There's police. It's almost like a crime scene.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, they have to close the attraction down. They have to bring out the police, and there's an investigation because it's human remains.
Yeah, you can't have people exposed.
You can't do that.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a murder. Like somebody did this and then just scattered their ashes at the park.
Yeah, because it's like, are we sure that these are, like, how did they procure these ashes?
Yeah, you never know. So they have to, err on the side of caution, and
of course,
and they have to document all this stuff. So don't do it, people.
I've heard many a time like rumors of people doing that, and like I don't doubt it happens all the time.
Yeah. So that was a little side note, but okay, this is the best part of the video, you guys. And from what I hear, this ride is pretty much operational. See what I did there? This attraction is pretty much operational, meaning that these are probably actual videos of people on this ride. This is not like in a soundstage.
It's
this is
just
the ride.
Dressed up like with effects.
Maybe. Look at this.
Ugh.
That's real, you guys. That's life size AT-ATs or AT-ATs, depending on the side of the.
I always call them AT-ATs.
I like AT-ATs, and I also like AT because I don't know.
AT.
It's Art T. Bear. It's my initials, and these things are badass pieces of machinery. All right, there may be an exaggeration here coming up, but do you see the cannons move and the head?
Man,
It's
as
aimed.
long as that happens.
It's aimed right at you, Taylor.
Whoa!
It's exciting to think about this is only the beginning.
She's like, this is exciting. I've been working on it for 5 years.
I haven't seen my family in 2 years.
You better enjoy this because I put the best years of my life into
here.
this.
Okay, you guys, this is the real deal. This is not a soundstage.
Those aren't park guests. They force you to dress like that if you want to get in.
Yeah, these are probably actors and stuff like that. I'm sorry. Did I just step on your point?
Yes, I wanted to believe.
No.
Yes.
I guarantee you there's going to be stormtroopers walking around and there's going to be people in costume like this.
Mom is almost dressed up though. She's like in like a spacey type thing going on. The mom in the purple. No, all the way across. Yeah, she looks like she's
in a jogging outfit.
No,
she's
she
in a
looks like she's
sweatsuit.
kind of dressed up.
Oh my gosh, you got a future on the brain. You've been seeing too many audio animatronics.
She's dressed up.
She's just a normal woman in a
She's
in a
wearing a full
sweats.
purple suit.
Wait, okay. All right, you guys got to chime in. Whoever's still listening, whoever's still listening to
Does
this.
she look like a woman of the
No,
future?
this is not a woman. This is not a woman of the
Let's
future.
see,
Okay,
let's see when she walks.
let's. Okay,
He's dressed normal.
look, she's just in a jogging
Okay, I
outfit.
guess she's like.
She's even got tennis shoes on.
She's got like sandals.
Man, you wanted that so bad, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it had like an interesting like collar, but it's really just a purple.
I thought you were talking about her at first because she's got kind of a purple vest on.
You're all, well, yeah, she's in a costume.
Yeah. Well, just for the record, these are all probably actors, and I'm almost 100% sure all these loading cases are not going to be around because
I hope not. That'll
you'd
take
probably
a
be
while.
tripping on them.
Yeah, exactly. Or people leaving their drinks on top. And like,
Yeah, knowing Disney, they'd have to put like rope around it and stuff. Oh gosh, those might be permanent. They might just put rope around them.
No, Elizabeth says, my understanding is that the decisions you make in different areas of the park will affect your entire experience and interaction in that area.
Yeah, because it's app oriented, right?
Well, here's the thing. We talked about this a little bit last time, but like there's a rumor, I think you brought it up, that the way they're probably going to do this is they'll limit your time. So it'll be like, oh, you basically get like a fast pass or something that says like you have access to the park from 2 p.m. to
6 p.m. or whatever, yeah.
And then you get that window. But we were talking about like how are they gonna keep track of your adventure like you guys are saying, and B, like we are saying, how are they gonna keep people from overstaying in the park? Because if you just have like a card and you have to show it at each attraction, they can turn you away by being like, sorry ma'am, you've spent enough time at this park. But they don't really care about that. They care about the area being crowded, because you could just refuse to leave.
Okay, I have an answer for that.
And not go on any of the rides.
I talked to Sam about this. He's my inside guy. And he said it'd be no difference than the way they either close the park down or they close sections of the park down, like for the fireworks and stuff
Yeah.
like that. They close Fantasyland.
But it's for specific people, right? Or
Everybody. They evacuate everybody out of Fantasyland for the fireworks, for that period that the fireworks are
That's
going
right.
on. So he said it would be no different than that. So it's a land that's probably maybe the size of Fantasyland. So then they would time it. So if it is a set time, they would time it and they would know what time they have to kind of get everybody out. And if what Elizabeth is saying,
I get what you're saying, yeah.
if what Elizabeth is saying is right, this might be a more encompassing Westworld type of attraction or park than we actually think. So there may be, with the apps, there may be an adventure that you go on.
So
You go from ride to ride.
So basically, they would clear it out for each wave of person, and each wave of person would kind of be dealing with whatever set events are happening during their time.
Right. So if their app says whatever, then maybe, because you know what, they're not gonna frame it up, because Disney's not gonna do this, because they're just not, because it's gonna be a great experience. They're not gonna say you only have from this time to this time. What they're gonna say is that this is the adventure you're gonna go on, and it's from this time to this time. Or they're going to go, this is the adventure, and then they set the app, I bet, and the app might have a time.
For when you start and finish.
Right, the adventure. So
I like Elizabeth says, what you do and what side you align with will determine your interaction with cast members in the park.
right, that's another excellent point, because that's another thing I heard. There are different sides to the park. So because there's actually two type of rides. There's a Rebellion ride, and then there's the Imperial, what is it called?
Yeah, the Empire.
The Empire. Yeah, so you have the Empire ride. So you have, from what I understand, there's two sides to your attraction, your park. So there's the dark side, and then there's the light side of the Force kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
And so I just thought of something, you know how we were talking about the tacky ropes and stuff like that they have to put up? What if they did it this way, Taylor? See these guards? These stormtroopers?
Yeah.
What if they actually hire guys to walk the line and to make sure you don't touch this stuff?
Oh, that would be cool.
Because they can be militant.
Move along.
Right, move along. Yeah, and they can say, hey,
Get your drink off the...
listen, Grabby. No touching.
Don't pull out the plants.
You want to fill a blaster?
That would be cool.
Yeah, so they could have like pre-programmed like responses, you know, or those guys could just have like some kind of, you know, voice activated, like, listen, move along. Hey, guy in the black there, move along.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. That'd be amazing.
Hey, chick in the futuristic purple outfit, move along.
Me? Yes, you.
Yes.
Sandals.
You think I do look like a future? Yes. You look like you're part of the rebellion.
See, she would like that.
Oh, this is becoming cooler and cooler and cooler. Okay, and I heard that in Florida, which, please, you guys, support this Walt's Vault, because we have $28 now to pay for our journey.
$28 towards Star Wars Hotel.
Exactly. I so want to make a pilgrimage to this. The one here in California is going to be awesome, but the one there is amazing because they have the Star Wars Hotel. And so what I understand, the hotel is framed up like it's a satellite or it's a space station. And so you're staying out in outer space. So once you're in, you've checked in and everything, it's like you're on that space station. So it's all inclusive. You don't go out. And so when you look out the windows and stuff, you see space. And so from what I understand, Taylor, the backgrounds out the windows are always changing.
Oh, that's cool.
So you'll wake up to a different backdrop than you went to bed with. You know what I mean?
Ships going by.
Different things happening. So it's a very inclusive kind of... just staying there is part of being... You know what I mean? Like just being there, it's like you're on a satellite or a space station versus just a hotel. And so then what I heard is their Star Wars Hotel, Taylor, opens up on their Galaxy's Edge. So you leave the Star Wars Hotel and it's adjoined to the park.
Oh my gosh. It's the only way to get the full experience.
Yes. And I'm sure the elevator that takes you to the ground level will be some kind of like transport. You know what I mean? Because I bet you, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I don't know this for sure, you guys. I'm totally speculating on this.
I choose to believe.
Okay, so there's probably an elevator when you check in, right?
Yeah.
And that elevator takes you up to
space or whatever.
Well, it probably takes you up to the shuttle or whatever that's going to take you out to space, to the satellite.
Oh my gosh, it's like a ride
Or the
to
space
get to the
station.
hotel.
Right. So the elevator itself is a journey to get to the space station. And I bet you that from the space station, there's some kind of shuttle that will take you down. And then there's some kind of, from that shuttle, an elevator that takes you and opens up to Galaxy's Edge.
It's almost like their own separate little rides within the hotel to get you there.
Otherwise, it's not totally inclusive, right? Because if it's just like a gate,
it'll break immersion.
yeah, it would break immersion. So if you're truly out in space, somehow you have to go from space to the ground.
Kids that are experiencing this now are going to be so friggin' spoiled when it comes to theme parks. Like, their expectations are going to be ridiculously high.
And then, guys, we mentioned this before, but from what our understanding is, all the food and all the shops and everything are all going to be Star Wars specific. So they're not going to be like it's not going to say Walt Disney World or Disneyland or anything. There's going to be no Mickey hats that are sold. There's going to be no illusion. They're not going to break the illusion. So it's going to be totally inclusive. You're not going to realize that you're inside of Disneyland.
Like Pandora, but better.
Yeah, because this also, if you guys seen the way this is designed at least the Disneyland California, you can't really see anything from this park. Because all these rocks, you can't see. Look at you can't see beyond those. Look at how tall they are.
Wow.
This is insane.
It's pretty amazing.
Okay, you guys, this is the real deal. This is the Millennium Falcon. This isn't a movie set. Look at that rock.
Mamma mia.
Sweet Mammoty Jamity. Decades to come. It's going to take decades to come just to see the damn thing.
Summer 2019. This summer.
And fall 2019 for Walt Disney World. All right, you guys. Well, hey, thank you so much. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It was totally out of our hands. And write your YouTube representative and tell them how they need to get their crap together.
Write your local YouTube representative, ask them why this has only happened since we got monetized.
They don't want us to become successful. They're keeping us down.
They're keeping Disney secrets.
All right, you guys. Well, thanks for hanging. And like I said, sorry about the technical difficulties. And gosh, I can't wait till these things open up. And they better build that enchanted Beauty and the Beast attraction here in California. Because that thing looks so amazing.
It does.
Yes. So you want to get us out, Taylor? Talk
Yes.
us out?
Don't forget to join us for another Walt's Vault. Maybe the next one we'll get some Imagineer to talk or something neat. I'm sure that there'll be Disney news coming very soon because this stuff is it's going to be here by summer. They're going to be updating. Don't forget we are monetized now. And thank you again to Yin Yan Animation Z for the donation. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you never miss when we go live. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thanks, guys. Have a good day.